everyone. Welcome back to Sister Talks, where we two sisters talk about life, laughs, and things that make us go, My name is Shanice, the host of Succeed with Shanice podcast, and I'm here with my sister.
Hello, I am Jay of My Core Memory Vaults YouTube channel.
And we're really excited to have you all here for this episode where we just chat it up. So if you don't mind me starting with the word of today. And our word, and it's not a new word, but I noticed now that I'm doing words of the day. So, okay, background it, guys. Now I'm doing words of the day, I'm finding places that actually use them. So it was very interesting that this word came up and then an incident happened, and I will not give any details, but an incident happened to where I could be like, ooh, that's that word. So I already knew the word, but it came up in my little algorithm via AI and just throwing me random words a day. So today's word is contrarian. Contrarian, a person who opposes or rejects popular opinion, especially in stock exchange dealings. Or, as an adjective, opposing or rejecting popular opinions or going against current practice. Contrarian. And I kind of liked this word because I've normally seen it used. Well, I've normally heard people say devil's advocate. Like, I don't mean to be a devil's advocate, but when really they're just trying to create chaos. Because why else would you advocate for the devil? Question mark. Mm-hmm. But I also started pinpointing where have there been opportunities where I kind of go against the grain. Not kind of. I go against the grain because I don't believe that popular opinion or the most popular actions are conducive to everyone's well-being in that space. Mm-hmm. So I find myself being contrary to my counterparts in that aspect. So it can be done in a positive way too, and not just a negative way. But yeah, that's the word for today. Contrarian. Go out and use it, guys. Okay, so on to the next thing. That was a horrible transition. I need to figure out my transitions. So bear with me as I grow in this podcast world. But I do have a few things on the agenda that we can explore today. First being, and Janelle, you'll like this one. So I think we've talked about this before on the podcast. I don't know if it ever got published, but like I enjoy traveling. We enjoy traveling all the things. And I noticed that when I'm not traveling, I'm still dreaming about traveling. So I I subscribed to digital magazine, e-newsletter. I subscribe to Travel Noir, and it is a compilation of different suggested travel advice, destinations, or even just news about like what's going on in the travel sphere or the travel and transportation industry. So I really liked how diverse the materials are, and I'm filling the space because I cannot find the article that I wanted. Here it is. Okay. So I really enjoy the material that Travel Noir does push out weekly, or at least I read it weekly, because it helps me not only be in my travel brain, but also plan new trips that I never even thought about planning before, or just knowing all the things that are going on with the changes and regulations around traveling, especially here in the U.S. and going abroad. But this fun article, and which is why I was like, this is in Janelle's hemisphere was around places to go to for the winter because it's ski season, which I didn't know it was a season. I know ski months, but it's a whole season for 25 and 26. And I'll just read a little bit of it. But it's the Farmer's Almanac that calls major ski season energy for 25 and 26. Many Americans can get ready to chill, snow, and repeat according to the Farmer's Almanac winter forecast. This was put out just recently, this month, written by Natasha Decker, I should call is her work that I'm reading. But basically, Natasha's saying that through winter, although winter doesn't start until December 21st, that doesn't mean you can't make early preparations to hit the slopes and snowy scenic destinations. Here's some of the winter outlooks. And I'm summarizing. The outlook forecasts New England will have a cold, snow-filled winter. When considering mountain towns in the region, Stowe in Vermont is a popular option. So I'm going to pause after each option so we can talk a little bit about the locations, because I was actually very surprised about each individual location. And some of them I know nothing about. How does that sound? Okay. So back to Stowe. And I hope I'm pronouncing this right. If you live in Stowe, let me know. But Stowe in Vermont is the first most popular option to go to for snow. I did not know it gets that cold. Well, two.
No, it makes sense.
In Vermont.
Yeah, it's up there.
But I thought it was flat. I didn't know it had like mountains and stuff or mountain ranges for skiing.
In Vermont?
In Vermont. Yeah, I don't know why I thought.
Yeah, I don't know why you thought that either.
Huh. So that's Vermont. And maybe because I always see Vermont mainly like for fall season. I see it on TV a lot. And it just looks
like
Hallmark picture. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Mm-mm. Okay, so that's the first one. Snow seekers can also consider Sunday River Resort in Newry, Maine.
Are these all in the U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'll taper back mine.
I think so. Wait. Yeah, I think they were all in the U.S.
Because, like, these places, which is interesting for Travel Noir, are they welcoming to the blacks? Like,
now, I'm
like
assuming
that really generates my interest because there's snow in Scotland. And we have learned that there's also some blacks. So, like, to spend my hard-earned dollars in Maine, I'm not sure.
And if there are black people in Maine, let us know, because we also didn't know there's black people in Scotland. The rest of the list in no particular order, but most of them I was familiar with, was North. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to click on it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, one thing that's a little bit tricky with their newsletters, these ads. Okay. The Great Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the northern central portion of the U.S., such as states in the north central area, including Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, which put a pin in that.
That's on the list for sure.
North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, of course, Kansas. Thought that was interesting. Kansas, I just think very dry and deserted, but maybe I'm not thinking of all the seasons. Minnesota, Iowa, and Missouri. But back to Colorado.
Kansas is right next to Missouri, though. So that makes sense.
Well, Missouri wasn't even on my mind.
Oh, gotcha.
But I mean, no offense to Missouri, I don't really think about Missouri for anything.
I don't think because I've been there.
Oh, you've been there. Yeah, like it just didn't come to mind. But for Colorado, they name, or the article writer names ski resorts like Breckenridge, Aspen, which we've talked about, and Vail as the top 3 to go to. So some resorts we can add to our list. But again, like you said, are Black people there? And when do they go? In timing? And maybe more articles.
Well, I'm not
will come
even
out on
saying
that.
like, are Black people there? It was just funny because we just found the Scotland Blacks. I'm saying more so like I'm not going to, first, particularly inside the U.S., given our current state, I'm not going to pay money to go to a state in which they do dislike Black people. Because like a lot of these travel pieces, travel articles, these are the best places to go. Well, I mean, maybe it's different for this one because it's like travel noir, but usually there's like a racial component or ethnic component that's missing, to where it's like we're not having the same experience, which it also happens here in California too. So like, y'all not gonna get my hard-earned dollars. I will just save up that money and be out of the country. Like, but it does sound great. It's weird that Alaska didn't make the list because there's a bunch of snow up there.
Oh, yeah.
But
and I did skim through and go to the, why don't Alaska?
But I do love winter.
And
maybe they don't have,
I know there's Black people in Alaska.
Yeah, maybe they don't have like resorts and stuff, and that's why I didn't
maybe. But yeah, so if anyone out there is planning on some winter fun, Travel Noir has a good list to start off with to try and make some plans to go to the snow. I'm not a snow fan. I'll be in the cabin. But for those who are, I hope that was helpful. All right. So switching gears, because I want to make sure that I stay true to the theme of this podcast and celebrate all the wonderful things that we are doing in our sistership and just literally building from the ground up. Well, shoot, past the ground up on our own in our own independent way, but how we always find collaborative ways to help support each other in the same token. And so I was doing some research and trying to identify like who are my role models now in this new chapter that I'm in business ownership. Who are my role models and where do I see myself going and who can I continue to follow to learn from? And I got on this list of famous sisters. So I'm just gonna we're gonna make this very quick. Just gonna name some sisters, and we can just discuss like our initial, I guess, thoughts around who they are, their platform, or maybe we don't know anything about them because there was some on here that I was like, who the heck are they? But I will share like what they do in regards to what industries are in and stuff, and then get, initial thoughts. How does that sound? Okay. So here is the inspirational sister talk. First pair of sisters, Dakota and Elle Fanning. Oh, they launched their own production company called Llewellyn Pictures, and they're actresses in respective films.
I think they're great. We watched a movie. What was it called? It was like
It
from
was an old movie. It was from like
2011.
Yeah.
And Elle acted her ass off, first of all. Such a good actress. And then I remember watching War of the Worlds and loving it because Dakota Fanning is such a good actress.
Right.
So I had no clue that they were like sisters.
But they look
They do
so
look
much
alike. But you
I
know,
didn't put it together.
yeah.
For sure.
So I love that they started their own production company because that's where the money is. So good for them.
Venus and Serena Williams. We all know, but they built their own financial empire. They started off in their tennis career, and they have their own business ventures. I think multiple. I think they're both serialpreneurs, actually. But yeah.
Yeah. They're great. I don't really have much to say. I mean, you can't I think that they're amazing. One thing I hate is how their journey is not as peaceful as I think that their talent should allow. I just feel like they're incredibly talented, incredibly smart, and like strategic.
Yep.
Like they're just really smart. And it's like every step of the way, somebody's trying to like do something or like
to taint their brand or to
correct. So I love that they have done so much, but I hate that so much has been done unto them.
I agree. But I did find it really cool that they both came together to be co-owners of the Miami Dolphins.
I don't know.
Oh, they became co-owners of the Miami Dolphins. So being able to still come together and do things, because full transparency, me and my sister's businesses have a stark difference from each other, and interests in regards to our professional interests, I guess, or work. But to be able to find time to like, oh, okay, we're gonna go in on this together, and put like our name, our stamp, our legacy on it. I thought that was pretty cool. No, I don't really know who that is. Oh, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Grew up with them as child actresses, right? Because they were on Full House and then some other movies. And they kind of tapered off.
They did the movie where the girl, they were like one went with the dad and one went with the mom, and then they met up at camp and then they switched places.
That's right.
That's the movie I remember. And then one of them was in Beautiful Creatures. I think it was called Beautiful Creatures. She was playing a witch. She was a little older though. But they seem like they're having a good life. So I don't know. I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I haven't seen them since. I remember seeing them for, was it the Met? They came up for something. And I think that's something to say, that your brand gets so either well known or to a point where you can kind of burrow away and still be good, like, you know, bills are paid, people know of you,
right?
But you're not like out in the spotlight the entire time. And I started thinking about like, will I ever get to a point, even though I'm a workaholic and I love working, but would I ever get to a point where like people are gonna still like know my business, know my brand, but I'll probably be chilling in someone's private island, not, you know, in the spotlight all the time. As much as like I'm trying to hustle and be in front of people now.
If you make it like that, I mean, I know that's my goal because I'm not a workaholic and I don't love working. I like doing hobbies. But like, I think they've set up their like their child acting money was a good nest egg to then invest so they can live the life that they're like doing now.
That's true.
So I love that for them because my goal is to, I mean, besides again doing things that I want to do, but to not have to be in front of people constantly, probably be the most ideal.
Mm-hmm. Especially with my introvert self, it would be amazing to not have to be everywhere, but be everywhere at the same time. Okay, last one. And I thought this was just cute. I actually never heard of them, but I will be following them, or I am now following them technically. Their names are, we're doing sisters. Their names are Lorinda and Fatima. They own a business called Collective Closets, which is all about prints and vibrant color. Bringing rainbows to your wardrobe. I'm reading their statement. All of their pieces are created in Melbourne, and you can even visit their shop if you're in that part of the world. I should have sent you pictures, but their stuff, it looks really cute. It's very much soft African print attire, if you will. Dresses, shirts, t-shirts, very Afro-centric, I guess is the word I want to say, with a lot of color. A lot of color. But just seeing like sisters coming together to build their own company and being able to watch that grow, I thought that was cool too. Because even though, again, we have our own businesses, we're still both growing. I feel like we're still, you probably are a little bit more ahead than me. But
We're
like
ahead
the
in
stage,
different areas.
yeah. So being able to like grow in those stages together, and then, lean on each other when need be, I think is really cool. But yeah, shout out to Collective Closets because their stuff is cute. At least I like it. But yeah. So if there's any other sisters out there who are moving, shaking, growing, building, tap in. Let's talk. I would love to hear what y'all are working on and how it's going, and we can all support each other in the sibling endeavors. But yeah, that's actually all I had on my agenda today. Yep. Unless you want to hear a funny, well, it's not funny. It was more so, how do I put this? It was a fear of mine. So we're here. I try and do an article a day of just reading up on things if I don't watch the news, because the news here in the US is
stressful.
There we go. So I try and tailor my news time or significantly condense it and supplement it with just reading random articles. And then I came across this article. I guess we're going back to traveling, but I came across this article where, I wish I can pull it up. Someone was on a plane, and I can't remember the airline, so we won't call them out. And they found a roach with them on the plane. And it was a long flight for sure. So like they couldn't just sit there and let it be because they were going to be up there for hours.
No.
Knowing this roach is here. And so because I'm thinking, well, what do you do? Like, where do you go? You're already in the air. So they did get like an attendant. It was like, hey, there's a roach right here. And instead of the attendant killing the roach, because the attendant too was afraid that there was no roach, they moved the individual to a seat further away from where the roach was and sat there and monitored it until they landed.
Where's the men? Where's the men? Just like you'd call, like, is there a doctor? Where's the men? Kill this roach. What are we doing? Flush it down the toilet.
Smash it. Because I don't even know where the toilet goes. Like, no, smash it. No. Because, I was like, I wouldn't know. So I've been on a flight before where there was a fly. And that was irritating.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you can hear it buzzing, but no one can really see it. Like, all of us was hearing this fly.
But also, that makes sense because it's like, doors open, da-da-da-da. Where's this roach come from?
Where'd the roach come from?
So which one of y'all bags has roaches? Who got roaches in the house?
Where were they? They were coming from San Francisco, SFO.
Oh, damn.
Going to, I know it was towards Europe, but it wasn't the UK. But they were going out of the country, and that's why the flight was long. But they boarded.
You should have to emergency land. Because that's how diseases get spread. Like, you should have to emergency land.
Because if it was a rat, I would think they would have to emergency land.
Oh, yeah. Because you can't just kill
right.
That.
And I feel like if there's one rat, there's a lot of rats.
If there's one roach, there's a lot of roach. Roaches don't just be by themselves.
That is true, too.
You couldn't. Oh, all my money would be back.
So the whole
give me my
time,
money.
They
give me my miles.
The roach got a free flight, similar to that kid to Milan. Roach got a free flight to wherever he was going.
Honestly, these airlines are crazy.
And what happened to the... I mean, I don't know what their cleaning protocols are, but I just assumed they were like deep cleaning after every flight and
they're definitely not deep cleaning
or something. Like, did you not look through, push the cushion a little bit and see if there's a roach? But I guess not. So that's my new fear. Flying anywhere now, I'm going to be looking around for bugs. So the fly, okay, it was annoying. It was annoying as heck. But it was only, well, actually, we only had, by the time we saw the fly, we only had like 2 hours to go on the flight. But that's one thing. A roach? And I'm assuming if it's a long flight out of the country, like international, they had to have meals. I'm not eating that food. Where did the roach come from? I'm not, So it was a lot of activated fears for me.
It's crazy because, like, the longer basically all of everything goes on, the more, like, the things that they tried to promote to us as, like, you've made it, now you get to travel and, like, go on planes and do X, Y, and Z, are starting to look raggedy to me.
Very true.
Like, fire up the train, because I'm sure they don't have roaches.
No, I am interested in train rides more. Yeah.
But, like, a good train. No offense to Amtrak, but, like, a train that looks like a train, not a train that looks like BART.
And one that allows for more space. Because I know y'all be trying to cram as many people as possible on these trains. Like, no, give us space to breathe and move around. Like, I didn't get a ticket with this person. They shouldn't be in my lap.
But I feel like that's all of... Okay, so I'm going to finish my sentence. I feel like that's all of the U.S. It's just like you want to look like you're something instead of just being that thing. Like, I came across this video of this lady basically trying to tell people, like, oh, working in corporate, if there's a person that's, like, doing a bad job and it's costing you things, like, as the manager, when you go to higher ups, this is how you sound like you're not complaining. You say, like, oh, hey, whatever the boss's name, can I flag something for you? This, da-da-da. And it's like, she was basically doing all the corporate language. And then a lot of the people, because she was, like, saying that she broke it down, like, oh, if you say, can I flag something for you, you're not making it their problem. And oh, when you say da da da, you're da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And then so somebody in the comments was like, I wonder if the higher ups go have these like little linguistics
Right.
lessons
Right.
to care about our feelings down here. But
when they're giving feedback.
Correct. But we're so busy placating them all the time when really that is really their issue to deal with. You hired this person. She or he is causing a problem.
Exactly.
And then it frustrated me because I remember not being successful in those spaces because I'm an apple is an apple and orange is an orange. Like, but I just remember being so frustrated because like where multiple places where I've worked, aside from like the natural, you're supposed to mess up. Like this is how you learn.
Right.
A lot of the times I've worked with people who were good at making it look like they were doing the work, but were not doing the work. Who were good at making it look like they were good at managing, always making it look like something.
Making it even look like they were busy.
Correct. Instead of just do the work, be good at your job, be a good manager. Like a lot of these things, much like in planting, a lot of these things happen under the dirt and nobody even sees.
Right.
But they're going to see the fruit that you bear. But you just want people to think that you are good at what you do. Which brings me back to these trains, which is why I'm so frustrated. Because the trains here, they have this cart. It's supposed to be like the elegant dinner cart, whatever. And it's like your dinner cart, like if you get first class, but I think you can pay like per whatever. But it's not to that level.
Oh.
It's exactly how we sat. But they just put a tablecloth over it.
No.
And they put a little thing. Right. So it's just
cushions.
Like, but I want like, who told you guys to change the old way?
Right.
I understand you can't like shut coal into a, like I get it. Nobody's telling you anything about the engine, but like the inside, why does it look like this? Like, why don't we have a good experience where now we have to fly all the way to Timbuktu? Just to get on a good train.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, bring back Harry Potter trains.
It just doesn't make sense.
The nice cabins.
Because flying is out to be on. Like, it's a means to an end. For some places, you can't take a train to. But, and for things you need to get too fast. Because if I'm going to LA, I'm not getting on a train. I'm going to get on that 55-minute flight and go up. By the time you get up, it's time to come down and call it a day. But like,
for long distances,
I just feel like for the price that it is, airlines are not a good enough experience for me to give you that money when there is a better alternative.
Exactly. And more affordable.
Correct. And maybe in the future, not even maybe, I will, should everything go well, I will have my own train.
There we go.
So it can just be a nice train. But till then, this is what we have.
Yeah, because that's interesting. People talk about private jets. They don't talk about private trains.
Or even what it takes to like share the tracks. Because I'm sure I wouldn't be able to build new tracks all the way to wherever it needs to go.
Well, they be building new tracks every other time.
Well, technically, they don't even have the tracks needed either because they be trying to have you stop in Bakersfield for what?
Right.
Like, take me to LA.
Take me all the way. But yeah. Travel is always going to be an experience. I think with the tariffs and everything, the experiences aren't going to be that great until all of that, I guess, lands where it's supposed to land. But I agree. I think those who are in that industry and own those, whether it's a train, a plane, a boat, whatever, because these cruise ships too, there's like 4 or 5 documentaries right now on Netflix alone.
Oh, that poop cruise?
Yeah, poop cruise, people falling overboard and coming up missing.
Yeah.
Or just electricity going out. Like,
But
Ugh.
even the cruises don't even be looking. I don't know. Maybe because
and
like,
you see the rooms, and it's like you're in a closet.
but it's like, I think maybe it's just like greed of companies, but they will sacrifice your experience for their dollar. Because like even watching the videos, while the people on there seem to be having fun, there's so many people on this cruise boat.
Right. And if I had a few drinks to the wind, it probably would look like I'm having fun too. I think what they're doing is either they're liquoring people up, or they're having like all these shows and this entertainment, so you don't even see that your room is a closet. You paid all this money to stay in well, I guess some rooms have balconies, some rooms have windows, but even the whole balcony thing on one of the documentaries, the chick that went missing, when they were investigating, they were like, the room's balcony next door touched her balcony.
Yeah.
So there was a scenario that the neighbor that was staying over there hopped over, and there was a altercation. She fell overboard type thing. So like, I'm paying all this money to still, again,
be in danger.
Right. Be in danger, but also be so close to people.
But that's the same, like all these videos of their little, well, not, I guess it's not little since there's so many people, but the pool parties on the thing. And listen, if
that don't look sanitary to me.
Seriously, and if you are so proud of it, right? Like, this is your company, this is the way you do business, put that on the flyer.
That part.
Put a photo of that on the flyer. Because in Vegas, their little pool parties, they show exactly how full it is. They don't try to be like, oh, come here and get a seat.
Exactly.
You can have space.
Because you are not, everybody don't get a cabana.
Like,
or a chair for that
you
matter.
have to like get in like reserve chairs and then like tussle with people. So it's just, I think there's a lot of false advertisement that's going on in the US.
Yes.
And now that I'm in a situation where I think I fully better understand the value of money and like, what it really takes to make money. Right. I'm not going to give y'all my dollars just for me to be unhappy because you guys don't give refunds. Like, I just don't. Yeah. No.
And I got to be holistically happy from when I leave my house to go onto this trip or wherever I'm going to when I come back to the house. Because I'm paying y'all too much money to get there, to be there, to entertain myself, and then to leave there, to not be happy the entire experience or just write off. In my 20s, yes, there were a few things that I was like, oh, whatever, that's fine that we're sharing a room or sharing a bed. My goodness. There was 5 of us in that Vegas bed. It's fine. It's okay. Because we're in Vegas. No.
Yeah.
My money is worth too much to be dealing with that. But yeah. How did we get here? Oh, the Roaches.
Yeah.
So, yeah, traveling, there is another tier of my preference. No matter where it is, train, plane, car. I don't think I would have a road trip.
I would. I love road tripping.
Mm-mm.
If somebody else also drives, I love
my
road
nerves
tripping.
having to sit all that time on the road.
Well,
just get me there. Which I guess would be different than a train because, like, I don't know.
You can get up and walk around.
Yeah, and I guess, yes, it's still scenic in a car, but you can't walk. You can't stand. You can't do anything. So, yeah. Well, that's all we have for today, guys. Thanks for listening, and we hope you tune in next time. And feel free to add in the comments if there's anything you want us to touch on or talk about, because I know we be having agendas, but our agenda can get so much better with collaboration with all of you. So let us know in the comments.
Okay, bye.